So Caitlin Clark and Christie Sides had an argument at the end of the last game. And yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen. If you guys watched that last game, there is no way Caitlin Clark was happy about the fact that she had 6 turnovers in the third quarter when they went from down 6 to up 50. Let's say 6 turnovers, 6 assists in the third quarter, shooting at 5 total in the game, and 3 of them were from Kelsey Mitchell refusing to catch the ball. But with Caitlin Clark, she had 6 assists in the third quarter. The franchise record, I'm pretty sure it was franchise record of assists in a quarter and the franchise record of assists through 28 minutes. With 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, they were up 15. Clark had just set the record. She took the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands and stopped running the pick and roll with Leah Boston, which was also the reason why Leah Boston had so many points in the third quarter. Leah Boston, I don't think, scored up until the third quarter and then ended up with like 18. Even if she did score, it was quite low. Maybe it's second quarter. She didn't score in the first quarter anyway. Either way, before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We have more basketball content here than anywhere else. Right now, the focus is on the WNBA. But Olympics are coming up. Draft is coming up next week. And you better believe the next 2 days, going to be pumping. And I mean pumping out NBA draft content. As well as live streaming the draft. So, anyway, right here. We got Caitlin Clark. Christie Sides. If you guys did not see here, this is the last huddle. So, as far as these teams were aware, there was 0.5 seconds to go. So, it actually was 0.2 seconds to go, so you needed a tip in. But this team didn't know that. So, you can see with Caitlin Clark's reaction. Do you want to know why her reaction is this? She's being told to inbound the ball. She's being told to inbound the ball. I know, obviously, again, like, Temmie's just looking confused at Caitlin Clark right there. And now Temmie is looking... Look at Katie Lou's reaction. Look at Saxton in the back. Look at Alyssa Smith in the back. To be fair, she's probably looking at the clock. Saxton doesn't know what's going on. This man here looks like he's seen a ghost. He looks like he's seen a ghost right here. Temmie doesn't look happy. Saxton doesn't look happy. And Katie Lou's definitely not happy. So this is obviously thinking that there's a half a second to go, being told, go pass the ball to somebody else. She is terrible as a coach. Indiana Fever is the best shooter in college history. Caitlin Clark known for clutchness. She didn't run one play in the last couple of minutes. I will say, she passed the ball to Christie Wallace when she shouldn't have. She passed the ball to, what's her name, when she shouldn't. To be fair, I will say, the Christie Wallace pass was the wrong pass. The Aaliyah Boston pass was the right pass. Boston had just hit a 3 to get back into it. She was double teamed and Boston was wide open. And they were down 1 to a long 2. That was the right pass. The pass to Christie Wallace was not the right pass because Christie Wallace got scared and tripped over her own feet and airballed the layup. But, yeah, I want to see, can I get the video of this right here? But like, you can just see the video. She is not happy at all. And like, you can see, look at Katie Lou. Look at Katie Lou's reaction here. She's about to just say, oh, F. Look at Katie Lou's. Oh, she had to hold that one back. Just the reaction. She is not happy in any way with what's being called as well. But, yeah. I will say, in this game, the fact that Teresa Weatherspoon called Angel Reese's number to win the game is impressive. Whereas Christie Sides is like, nah. Caitlin, decoy, Caitlin. You're a decoy. But, yeah, it is really a sign when, as far as these coaches are concerned or as far as these players are concerned fans are concerned, that Caitlin Clark and Christie Sides don't even see eye to eye. She's obviously, one thing is that Caitlin Clark is respecting her coach. She's listening to what's being said. She inbounded the ball. Like, you've heard situations with LeBron James, with David Blatt, where he just said no. So she's obviously a rookie. She's listening to her coach. She's respecting her coach, which is something that you have to admire, at least to an extent. You have to admire that, but at the same time, while you do have to admire a player listening to the coach, it is nonsense some of the stuff that Christie Sides has been doing this season. Apparently, people said they're behind the game, and she was visibly upset at the change in direction of the team when they started going through Erica Wheeler. She was visibly upset at it. And that's the one thing with Caitlin Clark. People are like complaining about the body language. Like, look, there was a time where she didn't touch the ball 4 consecutive plays, and they literally turned the ball over. Erica Wheeler trying to dribble to the halfway line and make one pass. They were turning the ball over doing that. And Caitlin Clark at one stage just threw her hands to the sky while they were going on the run. They were going on a run, they decided, you know what, let's not give Caitlin Clark the ball. Let's not give Caitlin Clark the ball. So, why Caitlin Clark was inbounding the ball, I felt was the best opportunity to find the open person to get the open shot. How? Because they're going to be doubling Caitlin Clark. They're going to double Caitlin Clark. So worst case scenario, they double Clark, someone else gets free. You wouldn't even use her gravity. Like, you lose her ability to shoot and her gravity on the inbound play. And the reality is, all she had to answer was, she wanted to put the ball in Caitlin Clark's hands on inbound when she thought there was a half second to go. Either way. There was 0.2 of a second to go, so you can't catch and shoot. All she had to do was say, we needed a tip in, and Caitlin was our best lob passer. She could have actually got out of jail free. She made a horrible decision. But in hindsight, with the way the game was, people overlooked it and said, you know what, it wasn't the worst decision in the world because, they needed a tip in. Christie Sides didn't know that. She didn't realize that. She was calling it 0.5 seconds ago. She just wanted Caitlin Clark as the inbounder. So, I don't know, someone else could shoot the ball. Why? She could have, best case scenario, if there was 0.5 seconds to go. Obviously, hindsight 2020, there was 0.2 seconds to go. Best case scenario, she gets a shot and she shoots. Second best case scenario, she comes off a screen, they help out, and someone's wide open under the basket. Heck, even still, teams will be scared with the 0.2 seconds that she might be able to do some sort of a flick-up shot and they count it. So what happens? She comes off an elevator screen. This is literally what the play should have been. The play should have been some sort of form of an elevator screen where Caitlin Clark is coming up through that. And if either of the defenders of the people setting the elevator screen step up, that player dives to the basket, throw the lob, tip in. That's what the play should have been. Some sort of a variation of that. And worst case scenario then is if the player drops, the two players come into Clark on the 3-point line, the player drops under the basket, the player, or one of the two defenders tried to guard two, and they drop under the basket, whoever player drops, makes a darting run at an angle so they can catch the ball, turn, or catch it and just kind of scoop it in. You get a shot off then. And not whatever the hell they tried to run with Caitlin Clark inbounding the ball. Oh my God, rightfully pissed off. And people are like, oh, her body language is terrible. I mean, why wouldn't your body language be terrible when you're being told to pass the ball inbound? Like, you know what? People are going to complain about her body language. But in reality, like, Katie Lou's look at Katie Lou. Look at how shocked she is at this. Like, look at how shocked she is at this entire situation. So it's like, there's no way that anyone other than Erica Wheeler is happy about the way that this game and this team is going. And a lot of people are going to be like Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell is just a professional scorer. She is just like, I'm going to get mine, I don't care. Like, if she gets hers off Caitlin Clark giving her the ball or Erica Wheeler giving her the ball, like, Kelsey Mitchell, the difference is Kelsey Mitchell is not trying to freeze out Caitlin Clark. Kelsey Mitchell is just a black hole. It is what it is. Is she the best fit? I don't know. Sometimes she's great because she can score efficiently, but she is a black hole. It is what it is. That is her game. If Caitlin Clark was running the one, if Erica Wheeler's running the one, if Grace Berger's running the one, heck, if she had prime Steve, no, I'm not, let's say, who's the best scoring point guard ever? You know what? Kelsey Mitchell would look off Steph Curry. This isn't a Caitlin Clark issue with her. Kelsey Mitchell would look off Stephen Curry. But Christie Sides just trust in Erica Wheeler because she averaged 8 points per game. And I'm not even going to say her trust in Erica Wheeler, her distrust in Caitlin Clark. She trusts Caitlin Clark enough to not sub her off for the entire game. She doesn't trust Caitlin Clark enough to give her the ball down the stretch. And again, you've got Erica Wheeler, who is... So, Erica Wheeler, I want to just pull up her numbers. Because I will say, she did win an All-Star Game MVP one year. She won an All-Star Game MVP. That was 5 years ago. Like, that was back when Blake Griffin was making all NBA teams, for people that don't know. So for people that are like surprised, but Erica Wheeler's career high in points is 9.9. Oh, no, sorry, she had a 13.6 point per game year, where she wasn't even an All-Star. But she averaged 8.4 points per game and 3.9 assists per game with 2.5 turnovers a game. She averaged 8 and 4. 8 and 4. And she got a max contract. And still is being trusted, despite the fact you've got a generationally great rookie. See, Teresa Weatherspoon trusts her unbelievably great rookie. You've got the best rookie guard maybe ever in Caitlin Clark, who's just not trusted by her coach.